Okay, so today's topic, Urban Meyer, Oscar Meyer, has been let go, relieved of his duties, pursuing other opportunities. Urban Meyer's got shit canned yesterday. Who would have thunk it? Who saw this coming? Who assumed that this wasn't going to work? When I was talking about it, I didn't think it was a good fit. I didn't think he was going to last long. I didn't think he was going to, this man didn't even make it through a season. This man didn't even make it through the Christmas holidays, New Year's Eve. He didn't even make it through, even though the Jacksonville Jaguars were never going to go to the postseason. He didn't even make it through his first time ever talking about the postseason as a head coach in the National Football League. This man did not make it through any of those things because he just got fired. Now, a lot of people are going to sit up here and tell you guys the reason why he got fired is his interaction with a lot of players. Now, allegedly, he got into it with his kicker and he kicked his kicker and said some harsh words to him. Allegedly, he ranted and berated his coaching staff, the same coaching staff that he hired, and talked about their resumes and their expertise and yada, yada, yada. All that is allegedly. Not to mention the fact that that's not alleged, that he was involved at a bar with some young female. That didn't go too well on the PR front. When you look at their overall record, that did not help. And the owner said enough is enough, and he let go of Urban Meyers. Here's my thing, folks. Now, I know a lot of these talking heads on these daytime sports networks and shows are going to tell you this, that, and the third. And not to mention Tim Tebow, that didn't help him. The Tim Tebow trying to, allowing Tebow back into the NFL, switching positions, becoming a tight end. And he was worse than the tight ends that he currently have as of right now, what he used to have. A lot of people are going to tell you this, that, and the third. Well, this is the reason. I can pinpoint to this time, this event in history, the Tim Tebow factor, the kicking incident with the kicker, allegedly him berating his coaching staff. People are going to tell you all that. You know what doomed Urban Meyers? Owners like to see where they're going with their football team. All right? If Urban Meyers was winning and all of this still happened, you think he would be fired today? No. At the end of the day, owners, the guys who write the checks to the coach, the assistant coach, the players, the franchise players, the superstars, they dictate, they would like to see a return in their investment. And as of right now, the Urban Meyers investment, if Urban Meyers was a stock, it would be penniless, okay? It wouldn't be worth a damn. It wouldn't be worth two dead flies. And the owner said, that's enough. I don't see nothing here. So let's just move on. Let's just cut and run. That's the bottom line, folks. Not to mention the fact that a lot of coaches that come from college and they transition into professional football, the ratio of a lot of those coaches turning out to be great, successful head coaches or critically acclaimed head coaches or world champion, Super Bowl winning type coaches is not that many. In fact, there's been more coaches that just didn't turn out good in the professional ranking. A lot of people are going to tell you, well, it's easy to berate a kid in college and motivate him by berating them because they're powerless. There's really literally nothing they can do. They're just going to have to accept how the coach treat them. And it's a different animal in the professional leagues. You can't have that same type of attitude in professional football, because these are grown men. And these grown men are going to talk, and these grown men are going to respond. And that's that. But the bottom line is, the reason why Urban Myers is no longer a head football coach for the Jacksonville Jaguars is just simple. The owner did not see a positive return in his investment. And he said, let's just cut now while the getting's good. Urban Myers, and I told you guys this on video, I told you guys this on social media, I've spoken this, that he was not going to last long as the head football coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I list my reasons. The number one reason is he's already on an uphill climb, because college football coaches generally do not work out as far as being successful head football coaches in the National Football League. When you compare college football, the ratio of college football coaches turning out to be very successful in the National Football League, even though the National Football League is a totally different animal, and you compare that ratio with assistant coaches that work their way through the ranks from professional football, if you compare that ratio to college football, college head football coaches, the success rate is higher with someone, a journeyman, a coach that, worked his way to become a head coach in the National Football League, because he's more seasonal. He knows the ins and outs about professional football. And a lot of things you can do in college, you cannot do in professional football. And that was my main reason with Urban Myers. Now, if Urban Myers would have started off, getting his feet wet in professional football, maybe become assistant, an offensive coordinator or something like that, and work his way up, that would be something totally different. But this man, he left Ohio. He left Ohio. He became an analyst for Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports, and that was his first gig coming away from Fox Sports. Now, let's talk about the future of Urban Myers. I don't think there's a future of, if he wants to go back into the professional rankings, I don't think there's no future there. I think the next time, if he wants to go back into professional football, the National Football League, he's going to have to work his way up. He's going to have to start as an assistant or a coordinator. All right. I don't think he's going back to college football, because he got real burned when he was a head football coach in college. I think he's probably going to go back to TV. He's going to go back to radio and TV. He may do a podcast. And that's that with Urban Myers. Urban Myers, his biggest success is when he was the Florida head football coach, and when he had Tim Tebow, and they was making a lot of noise back then, and he was riding that success. And since then, he's been successful in a lot of stops, but not as successful when he was the head football coach in Florida. He left that position because of medical reasons. He went to Ohio State. A lot of stuff transpired when he was the head football coach at Ohio State. He left there to become a professor, a teacher, and then also work part-time or full-time, whatever you want to call it, for Fox Sports 1. And that's when Jacksonville came a-calling, saying, we're going to make you an offer you can't refuse. And here we are. Urban Myers, that it was not going to work out. It just simply was not. It was doomed to fail. It was designed to fail. All right, Jacksonville Jaguars. You're going to a team that has no history of being very successful, and you're going to a team where they just fired their coach because of the performance of the football team. And this was a seasonal veteran head professional pro football coach. You let him go, and the person that takes over for him is someone who has no experience on this level, who's starting off. He's learning as he goes. He's got a rookie quarterback in the draft. He's got a lot of money in the salary cap, but he doesn't know how to spend it because it's his first time as a head football coach in the National Football League. Then all these other things crop up. It was just a bad look. But I'll talk to you guys later.